So it's a beautiful morning. It's about 8:30, 8:45, must be around then. I'm here on Applewood Acres. I've already planted some cuttings of roses and shrubs, and also I've just done, with the help of Dave, a small cherry tree. So the cherry tree we planted this morning, and around the bottom you'll see that there's oxalis, which don't look anything now, but in the summer they're beautiful. They're like a purple shade, dark red wine shade, and they have pink flowers. And a spotted plant, which I really don't know what it is. I don't know what it's called. If anybody out there knows what it's called, the leaves are spotted. It's like a little, doesn't flower as far as I know. If anybody knows what that plant's called, you could let me know below. But they're really nice, whatever they are. I need to look up. I've had it in the garden for years. I don't know what it is. So we've put a stake in there. We've put like a support there because the wind comes over here and we don't want it blowing over. So this is the centre of what will be the community garden on Applewood Acres. It's going to actually extend a little bit further out, and the cherry tree is actually in the centre. So we've measured it and it will be in the centre of the community garden. And the community garden idea is so that people can come and enjoy Applewood Acres and have their own space where they can just come and sit and contemplate, or they can plant stuff in the raised beds that will be here. We're looking for sponsors for that, so I'm going to speak to local wood yards, etc., and see if they'll kindly sponsor the raised beds for us. And so charities with mental health issues or school children, etc., can come along, enjoy learning how to plant and grow, and spend some time out here in the countryside and just relax and get some peace, really. We will have a seat here as well, so people can just relax and be seated if they don't want to do any gardening, they just want to enjoy nature. And then just an update on the garlic bed. As you can see, the garlic's doing really well. It's really shot up over the last few weeks, so I'm very happy with that. And then we've put up a screen in here. I've got to carry it along. It'll go as far as the garlic bed, so 50 foot. And it's a sand nursery, and in the sand nursery we have all our mixed hedging cuttings, and they've already started, some of them have already started to root. There's various bits and bobs there and a couple of roses, but this is basically the nursery bed. It's so easy to make. We've just put crates down, lined it with some fleece, and that's just really for drainage, but to keep the sand in, filled it with sand, and then it's easy movable. It's quite heavy, but you can move it if you want to move it somewhere else on the field. It's slightly shaded here, as you can see. But it's a great system for growing cuttings. I can leave these in to root, and then once rooted and dormant next year, I can then plant them out. So there's various things. You can put any cuttings in here, and it's basically just to get them rooted. And we've put the windbreak there because the wind obviously whips across this field. It's just give them some protection. So far so good. Many things have rooted, so very happy with that. And all these little mixed native shrubs and trees will actually end up, this time next year, filling that side of the field there and creating a really good wind gap eventually. So that's the plan. Now, we also have arrived is the shed, which will be made into a toilet block. It's only small, but it's big enough for wheelchair access, and that shed will be built soon, and it's going to be, if I'm correct, built around this area here, so not too far away from the garden. Then we have the ducks, which will be here, and then the lean-to, which will be the packing area over there, and that will be a door there going in, and then the garden here, eventually teas, and you can come and sit and enjoy it, and then you can walk across here into the community area, which is this big area here with the fruit tree, and the pond is just behind you. So it's ideal really, and it's going to be a really lovely site. So it's not only a productive market garden, or it will be, but it's also a nice place for people to come and visit, and they'll have somewhere to sit and enjoy it and see what we do here. So I hope you've enjoyed the tour so far. Oh, and just on the last note, we've finished, there's a little bit of compost there, ignore that, but right at the back there, I might take you down actually and do a heat test, but our first compost pile has been finished, so the second one's started now, and hopefully this time next year we'll be able to use that to top the beds. Should be ready next year. We'll leave it a good year and see how we go, see what it creates. And I thought you might like to see how we collect rainwater off this top caravan. We've just hooked up a pipe which is tied to the drainage on top of the caravan. It comes down into the hole in the top of the IBC, and every time it rains it just gradually fills up. I've used quite a bit of this, but simple system, collecting rainwater, and it's really handy on here. We will have 4 of these in action. Won't be as rough as this. I did that, but there'll be 4 of them eventually, and they'll be all at the end of the polytunnel collecting rainwater. There'll be that polytunnel there which is nearly finished, and there'll be another one there, 60-foot one there, and that will have them as well.